Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here, and I have for you today another review of the Sky Vampire. Now, in my last review, I showed that this altitude hold feature on this quadcopter works really well. But I'm guessing that the next question my viewers will have is, can it lift a GoPro? Well, I don't own a GoPro, I'm sorry folks, but I do have an SJ Cam SJ4000 Plus, which is similar in size and shape to a GoPro. So we can answer that question about the GoPro using an SJ Cam, and that's what we're here to do today. Now, the way I mounted this camera to this quadcopter is using the world famous credit card mount. If you don't know what the credit card mount is, in the YouTube search bar above, type in credit card camera mount and do a quick search, and you'll find out how to make one of these. It takes about 4 minutes. It's very easy to make, and it works very well. And what you do is you strap it onto your quadcopter using Velcro straps or cable ties or whatever manner of strapping it to the quadcopter, and also you strap your camera to the credit card mount. Now, the way this works is this mount is very jiggly, as you can see there. Okay, simple vibrations will make it jiggle, but the vibrations, this jiggliness dampens the vibrations going to the camera from the propellers, believe it or not. We'll see how well it works today. The idea is what you're trying to reduce here is jello effects to the camera, and usually it works pretty well. So let's see if it works with the Sky Vampire. Okay, hope you enjoy this flight. Let's take it up. Okay, camera is recording. Quadcopter is on. Binding it to the camera, or to the quadcopter, the transmitter to the quadcopter. And we're going to go up to about that altitude there, and I'm hitting altitude hold. And what I want to do today with this is demonstrate skimming over the bushes using altitude hold. Let's see how steady it is. By the way, you can obviously see that, yes, the Tarantula, or this Vampire, Sky Vampire, can lift a GoPro. If it can lift this camera, it can lift a GoPro. I'm crabbing with the wind here. There's a wind coming, and that's why it's going up, bobbing up and down a little bit. Let's go for high speed flying now through the bushes. This is altitude hold, holding that at position, or altitude. Let's go to a higher rate. Didn't like that increase in speed. Okay, coming out of the altitude hold. Let's go up a little bit higher now. I'm going to stay out of altitude hold right now. I want to see I want to get a high altitude video with this quadcopter. I'm about half throttle with this thing, and putting it right there and rotating. And coming down. Reducing throttle to bring it back down again. Okay, let's hold it right about there, hitting altitude hold again. And let's fly around at this altitude now, with altitude hold on. Trying banking, right, left. Can you do bank turns? Ooh, there is a thermal up there. I don't know if I can get to that thermal. Or if you look over there, you can see a bunch of ravens flying in a thermal. I don't know if they're going to come over this way or not. That thermal's not moving this way. They're going to move with the thermal. So let's go out over the desert a bit. I'm just going to do a big loop around my position here. And bring it in. I think I've demonstrated it. Yes, it can lift a GoPro camera. It does it reasonably well, actually. Try again. Let's try bank turn with this altitude hold on. Going over to this position here, and I'm going to bring it in here shortly. Trying the banking turns with altitude hold. It's hard to do banking. I just can't get the right feel for it with this altitude hold on, you know, the banking turns. I'm doing awkward turns, actually. There's a bank turn. Okay, let's bring it down a little lower now. Altitude hold coming off. Oh, be careful, folks. I had that throttle almost off when I turn. Again, with this quadcopter, you want to be very careful when you turn altitude hold on and off, because it goes with whatever throttle position the quadcopter is in. In that case, I had the throttle almost off and it dropped like a rock there. So, still an altitude hold now at this altitude now. Going down the road that way now. Does a real good job, that altitude hold. I like it. Hello. Okay, I think we've demonstrated enough of it. And bringing it to hover. Adjusting the throttle to a reasonable position. Altitude hold is off. Turning the quadcopter around and bringing it in for a landing. Which way am I pointed, by the way? And here he comes. I don't want to land on those rocks. This is a hard one to land without tilting over. You know, these legs give plenty of room for your camera to put down beneath it, but they bounce a lot. But they actually might be a little more sturdy, though, than the original Tarantula legs looking at them. Okay, so that was a flight of the Sky Vampire. Did a good job lifting this camera. I'm feeling the motors to see if they're hot. They don't seem to be very hot at all. But then again, I was keeping forward motion on this quadcopter. That's, if you're lifting a weight, you want to try to do that. Try to avoid hovering. Keep some forward motion on. It gives it a little more lift to the quadcopter. It eases the strain on the motors. So, hope you enjoyed that flight. This is Quadcopter 101. Signing out.